30 of the hottest comedians in town will be dishing out laughter. The Johannesburg International Comedy Festival will be returning this year, and this comedy experience will be taking place at the Radisson RED Rosebank from the 1st of October to the 3rd, featuring some of the hottest up and coming acts right across to comedy heavyweights like Jason Goliath, Sifiso Nene, David Gau, Celeste Ntuli and Ndumiso Lindi, just to mention a few. Nina Hastie, who's also on the lineup, joins us this morning to chat about what we can expect. Nina, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, Level. What's happening? Hello, South Africa. You know what I've always wanted to say?
Yes.
Good morning, South Africa.
Does it feel weird to be up at this hour, though?
You know what? I actually am an early riser,
Yeah.
but it's long weekend. I've just finished just a major project in my life, and I ate a lot of sugar last night. I had sour worms and slush puppies. I was like in a sugar coma last night, and I was like, good morning.
Let's talk about, Radisson RED. The live comedy show is coming up. Does it feel great to feel like we're almost getting to some sort of normality? Instead of doing virtually, it's live this time around. Tell us a little bit.
Double vaxxed gang.
Yes, of course.
So I'm of that age and tax bracket. I need a live audience, as any other comedian does, in order to garner energy. What we do is energy management. We are in the business of energy management and manipulation. So we are there to feed your energy, and then we feed off your energy to give our performance, right? So, with the Zoom calls and stuff, sometimes they like leave all the windows open and we can see everyone, and they do this to indicate laughter, but it's not the same thing. Also, I've got severe ADD. So I'm like looking around my screen like a goldfish, like, oh, hi, that's a nice tie, like I can't concentrate on my performance. And comedy is actually quite technical.
Yeah.
Comedy requires focus, thought, and you've got to finish thoughts. So It's already, I don't know why I chose this job. It's like saying, oh, okay, cool, I want to be a basketball player, but I'm really short. That's pretty much what I've done to myself.
Look, I don't blame you. I've also got ADD, and I'm standing here talking to you, so I must concentrate for 4 hours. I understand. COVID-19, though, must provide a lot of content, though, does it not?
I'll say it like this. For me personally, the COVID-19 situation allowed a lot of us to be alone with our thoughts.
Yes.
So in that, I wouldn't say, okay, cool, let's laugh at the things or the things that happened or the tragedies or the way that people behaved, or none of my personal material. I wrote a whole one-woman show during break because I was like, oh, okay, cool. I have had time to think about stuff, So I would definitely say, and having watched a lot of comedians in the last couple of weeks, all the stand-up comics, it turns out isolation is very good for comics. They are all hilarious.
Yeah, so give them time to be very creative. Let's talk about who's on the lineup for the festival.
Okay, so on my night, I have, it's myself, Celeste Ntuli. Okay, I can just stop there.
The pause.
Thanks, just come watch us. And Richelieu Benoit, who is, he is hysterical. And Eben Dibakwani. What a power lineup. And there are so many power lineups. There's Gilly Apter, who's just come back from a European tour. She's on with, I think, Lihle Msimang and Alfred Adrian. I don't have all of the things in front of me, but there's going to be Mojak Loku, Robbie Collins, Jason Goliath, Donovan Goliath. And there's so many comedians that you guys might not necessarily have heard of before. So we know about the heavyweights, but what's so beautiful about this situation and about JICF is there are so many shows. It's like a festival. Think about a music festival, like the Opikopis and things like that of the day. That's when you first fell in love with an up-and-coming act, because you'd be at the main stage going to watch Polisikar or whatever, or Oliver Mtukudzi or whatever, and then you'd find there's Moonchild. And it's the first time you've ever seen Moonchild. It's the same with comedy. You know, you're going to see some acts that are very exciting, that are very interesting, and they've got new perspectives. And there's a lot of really excellent women on the come up as well. Waylene is hilarious. She's a Namibian native. Lindi Johnson. Oh, guys, Lindi Johnson. She's on fire at the moment. I've seen her stage. She's just like, she's pure jokes. It's really cool. So, well, who else that I can think of off the bat? But yeah, there's so many comics.
Yep. I want to talk about the discussions. You know, there's panel discussions as well, podcasts, behind the scenes, digital content. Tell us a little bit about that. The photo ops as well are also part of the festival.
You know, people try and take photos with us all the time. And it's like, we're at the mall and I don't have makeup on, or I've got a mask that doesn't match the outfit, or I haven't put, you know, like my hair's all over the show. So this is also a time that we would like to dedicate to provide other things to you as an audience member, and also to other people in the industry. So the panel discussions give you an eye, particularly if people are like, how do I get into comedy? Well, come and get involved and see, you know, how we can tell you how this industry works on those panel discussions. There's going to be experts in those spaces. And with regards to the digital stuff, you know, once you're even a comedian, it took me how many years? I don't know. I stopped and started so many times because there wasn't a lot of support. There weren't festivals like this back in the day. And it just took so much for me as a little tank engine to go, okay, cool, I'll just carry on with this comedy thing. So I stopped, started. And then eventually there were enough stages and support for us to be able to do our craft. So if you can come and sit in those conversations and see how we've learned to navigate this space, I think that'll be really excellent. And the other people, you know, the chiefs of industry in those spaces from different companies. You know?
Talk to us about tickets. Where do we get tickets for the 3 days? Hey, tell us a little bit about where people can buy tickets.
You know, I do not know, but you can go onto the JICF, Johannesburg International Comedy Festival Instagram page, and on Twitter and on Facebook, and all the details should be there. That's Johannesburg International Comedy Festival. They're also partnered with the Montreux Festival in Switzerland. They're part of like a bigger comedy collective. So go onto JICF on Instagram or on Facebook or on Twitter, and all the details will be there.
All right, Nina Hastie, so good to see you. Thank you so much for talking to us. From a comedy palette perspective, there will be for every comedic sensibility at this year's Johannesburg International Comedy Festival, featuring Joey Rasdeen. He's been in the industry for a while, also Pops, Robbie Collins, and many more at the Joburg International Comedy Festival.